Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Ideal with Neil News Market Update. First off, I want to thank everyone who tried to support our event for the Women's Crisis Center Waterloo Region through the Shelter Foundation. Our Race for Shelter event unfortunately had to be canceled at the last minute, but we're still able to raise funds there for the Shelter Foundation, and I'm sure we'll have numbers available for next month as far as how much we were able to raise for the Shelter Foundation, and I'll let you know then. But again, thanks for those who certainly tried to help support this event. It's just unfortunate we had to cancel it. May. As I mentioned in the beginning of the month, April, we saw fewer showings, fewer offers, less money on offer date, all those types of things that really had kind of started in March, continued in April, and certainly again continued throughout May. Really incredible. Sometimes I just shake my head at the change in the buyers' attitudes that I had been dealing with basically the majority of last year, the fall, and certainly into the beginning of this year, where buyers, it was always, just a feeling of desperation for them. Just incredible to see the change now, where now we see a much more controlled environment, a relaxed environment for buyers. Certainly a lot less pressure off them. And I mean, it's all kind of caused by when we go back to, what's happening in the market as far as inventory, as far as what's happening with interest rates. Inventory's up, I believe it was 40% over the 10-year average in May, 1,422 new listings, which is incredible. Interest rates. I mean, now you can't get a fixed rate, below 4%, and quite frankly, it's probably on the mid to higher end for most, fixed rates for your interest rates, and that really changes the purchasing power of buyers for sure. So, I mean, those are the two biggest things that have really happened here. As far as sellers, certainly much different than it was. We're seeing again continued, as I mentioned in for the April update, certainly less showings, less offers, if any, and less money on the eventual sale date. So sellers are really having to adjust to this transition, and certainly we're seeing lots of different things happening, including some listings not holding offers anymore. Certainly, when they get to these hold dates, if things aren't working out, then kind of going to a plan B, and that includes typically canceling the listing. I made note to check 445 canceled listings in the past 30 days, which is again an incredible stat. And certainly once a seller cancels their listing, then they're into what do they do from there? What is that plan B? Do they relist and list at a higher amount, a lower amount, or stay the course with the same list price? There's no easy answers right now, again, because things are changing kind of week by week here. So as far as the average sale prices, certainly you can see in the report, prices down again. The average sale price for all products is $875, down 3.5%. Single detached, just over $1 million, down 4.2%. Semis at $730, down 7%. Townhomes at 708, down 7.2%. And I mentioned kind of an anomaly on the last update about the apartment condos being up a little bit. Well, now they're down 9.1% at 545. So, interesting times to say the least. Now, for some perspective, because I have lots of clients who are trying to stay on top of what's happening and that sort of thing. And I've had some clients who kind of were wanting to buy something late last year, but just with how crazy things were getting, I decided to opt out and wait for a while. And for some perspective, I mean, realistically, right now, the average sale prices are falling back to around where we were at the end of 2021. And certainly for sellers, I mean, I know, missing the top of the market in January, February, and the beginning of March is not fantastic, but still, for most sellers, if I had come to them, at the end of the year and told them what their house was worth, they'd be pretty ecstatic. So, at that time, but again, I guess it's all relative. So, moving forward, realistically, again, kind of all bets are off. We don't know what's going to happen. Certainly with the bank rate increasing last week and rates in general sure to keep increasing as we move forward. Doesn't bode well again for purchasing power for buyers. And so most likely we're probably going to still see more price drops from here. Strategies for sellers, again, there's lots of different options. Not sure exactly what the best one is these days, but we're, as I mentioned, seeing fewer sellers holding off on offers now. At this point, we're not really seeing much in the way of conditions in offers, but certainly that is something that, as I mentioned previously, may start creeping in to offers, conditions on financing, inspection, that sort of thing. It's something where even as far as when we talk about the holds that are still going on and the list price to sale price ratio, we're finding that basically at the height of the craziness, we were seeing the average list to sale price ratio at 30% over asking for the sale price, and now we're down around 11%. So certainly we're seeing the ones that are going over asking, which is still fairly frequent depending on the listing strategy a seller chooses, is certainly gone down from 30 to 11% over, but still it can happen. But we are seeing more and more listings where they're getting at the asking price or below the asking price even, if sellers are going back to the more traditional pricing strategy of list approximately where they expect to sell. So yeah, lots of interesting times as a realtor with things changing like they are. But I'm staying on top of things on a daily basis, trying to make sense out of what's going on. And we'll keep you posted on all of that as we move forward. Certainly, again, if you have any questions, happy to help out and try and answer the best I can. And again, as always, thanks for your continued support with referrals of friends, families, coworkers, and I really appreciate it. So I guess that's about it for now. Until next time, we'll talk soon. Take care.